位 speakers，那3位里面有2位你们可能应该都见过很多次，而且蛮熟的。那我就一个一个介绍，然后有一位是新的面孔，是特别来我们 FASCA 的 event 帮我们讲他的这个申请大学的经验哈。那所以你们等一下会按照会这样讲过来的。我先介绍那个，那我先从年纪最大的开始介绍。那我们就先介绍 Nathan。那 Nathan 的话，你们是不是应该都知道，他就是以前那个就是密歇根的舞狮队的前任的团长。你当了几年了？应该有2-3年有了，好像是从我开始接 FASCA 的时候 ，Nathan 就已经是密歇根舞狮队的团长哦。那他每次上台台风都非常稳健，在他的带领之下，那个密歇根的舞狮队就是每次出去表演都非常受欢迎。那我们表演的不是说只有台湾人的场合，很多那个美国人的场合我们也都去哦。很多美国人都非常喜欢我们的舞狮队表演，都常在下一年都还把我们再邀请回去哦，就是希望再看到舞狮的表演啊。那 Nathan 他是今年是密歇根大学的那个第1年的学生，然后他马上要升2年级，所以我是请他过来，最后跟我们讲一下他第1年的大学生活，以及假如今天他再回到高中的话，他要给就是学弟学妹们说你在高中需要把握怎么样的机会哦，他也可能跟大家分享一下。然后第2位是 Ingrid Fan，他是 Troy High School 的毕业生，然后他今年Fall 就要去那个 Stanford 是 Freshman， 所以我们今天也是请他来跟我们稍微分享一下他申请大学的一些经验哦。那第3位大家一定都非常认识的，就是我们 KK， 他 FASCA 2年的 President， 那他今年也是就要毕业了，好可惜哦，好舍不得他走，他 President 做得非常好。那他就是你现在是决定去 MSU 的 Honor Program， 所以他今天要跟我们讲一下他 College Application， 还有 KK 得到好几个那个 Scholarship， 他也会跟我们分享一下怎么申请这个 Scholarship 的一些 experience。好，那我们现在就請我们的3位 Speaker 開始。好，謝謝。
Like she said earlier, I'm a senior. Well, I was a senior at Troy High School this year, and I'm attending Stanford University next fall. You guys, I don't really know much about college application, to be completely honest. I only applied to 2 schools, and I wouldn't say I'm the best applicant, as I did skip school to apply for colleges, but I feel like I have some experience that I can relay back to you guys. The topic, your essay. Okay. I think essays are a very, very, very important part of the application process. Honestly, if you ask me, why did you get into Stanford? Why were you the 4.6% instead of the other 100 minus 1.6? And I honestly wouldn't know what to tell you, except maybe that I had decent essays. Your common application consists of you relaying, oh, these are my test scores, these are my grades, this is what I did after school, and then here are my essays. And nothing really says much about you in a list of your extracurricular activities except for what you say in your essays. Right? Your essays allows you to express a part of your personality that you can't really say in, yeah, I'm on varsity tennis, or yeah, I'm president of Project Lead, or whatever you can list of, these are all accomplishments I have, look at me. Right? Instead, these essays tell you, this is something about me that other people might not know. This is something about me that you might not be able to see in just my accomplishments. So I think that colleges, from what I can infer, they're looking for, this is someone who has the capability of achieving more, of being able to use our resources at this university to project more out of their character and into the business world or whatever you're going into. Instead of, oh, like he's achieved some in the past, maybe he can do it more again. Right? It's more of, this person can expand with the knowledge that they take from this experience. And so having these essays and expressing your character, and also taking advantage of maybe like an interview that they allow you to have, these are the ones that they let you know, or that you can let them know how you are capable of being more than just a list of achievements. Some people are saying like, oh, I never had a life-changing event. I didn't have a near-death experience. I didn't win a national award. I don't have anything to write about. Right? When you have these prompts that are like, show us something of your intellectual vitality. Like, I don't even know what that means. What does it mean to have intellectual vitality? What does it mean to be aware, be conscious that you are intelligent? Right? That's something that's really new to all of us. And it doesn't exactly mean that you have to have this huge experience of, oh, I've had cancer, but I've battled through it because I'm a strong person, right? That's something that you would read on a very cliche essay. That's something that people aren't really looking for anymore. They've read hundreds and thousands of them. I have a close friend of mine who is going to Harvard next year, and on their Facebook page, they had a thing that was like, hey, copy and paste your essay here so we can read it all, because that's what Harvard kids do. And, and a lot of them were like, I sat by my mom's deathbed and like held her hands and said goodbye. Like this had made me a stronger person from the start, or something like that. Something that you can just imagine, right? If you can make up a life for yourself and make up an essay, right? You have to go through such hardships to have write a good essay. That's it's not exactly correct, right? That's what we all believe, but that's not quite true. This isn't an essay that I wrote, but I actually considered writing an essay about Minesweeper for my UPenn application. And everyone's like, Minesweeper is the most useless game you can possibly play in your life, right? You do it when you have nothing better to do. And what does that really say about me as a person? What does it say about me that I play Minesweeper all day? Nothing. It says nothing about me. It says that I procrastinate. It says that I don't do my academic work on time. But it also shows more about me than if I wrote about, oh yeah, I play cello, right? There's a ton of people that play cello, but how does this Minesweeper, something I invest so much time into, why do I invest so much time into it, and how does it define me as a person? How does it shape who I am, right? Something so small can be made into something so big as long as you know how to word it and how to play upon these small things that give you character and build your characteristics up. I think it's very important to don't focus entirely, well, they give you a prompt, right? The prompt is for a reason. You can't just go off writing, like rambling on and on about something random. But I think you should take the prompt, look at it, and put it just on the corner of your page. Or just somewhere that you can see that it's there, somewhere that you know that it's important, but you don't want to follow these strict outlines of your prompt. Because if you follow these strict outlines, then you're going to get something that they've seen before, right? Everything is, you're thinking of these admissions officers, right? They're going through hundreds and thousands of applications to like one after the other, right? They've read everything. Like anything you can possibly think of, they read it before. I actually found out that one of my friends from last year actually wrote an essay about Minesweeper, right? I thought I was like, oh, I'm so original, I'm so creative, how Minesweeper. That's not true. Someone else has already written about it before, right? Something that you think is so obscure, they've seen it all before, right? It's just how can you make it an individual essay instead of something that someone else can write just as well. Yeah, so I think writing is very, very important. Just being able to stock up on writing skills and being able to express yourself in a new and individualistic way, that's what colleges are looking for, from what I can tell. Okay.
Kathy 跟 Nathan 有没有要 add about writing the essay? What's your experience?
I think just to keep it short, I think the main point of what Ingrid is trying to say, and what I would say also, is to question why you're writing the essay. If they give you some obscure theme, your mission is to not answer that, but to think about why or how does it benefit them when you answer it. And that's all you have to put out there. You just need to show them that you're a well-thought individual, that you analyze things well, and that you're willing to do whatever it takes to sell yourself. As in, like, you want to sell yourself as a good person, as a person who does extracurriculars, all that who shaped you, right? All those experiences that molded you in your lifetime. You need to put that all in that 1-2 essays that they give you.
Write like a list of things, like ideas you have, and then just go through it. And normally, like your best ideas will come to you like late at night when you're like laying in bed, just like thinking. That's when, or it's like your best ideas don't come to you when you're sitting there thinking about it. It's like when you're like off doing something and all of a sudden like an idea comes to you. And also, once you start writing your essay, you'll have like these like times where you just like get like a ton of energy and then do it all at once, and then like you like kind of like where you get a really great idea and then you'll have a ton to say, and then after a while you have like writer's block. But if once you start like writing it, if it's something that you're really passionate about, it'll be really easy to write about. But I mean, it's just like getting your thoughts on paper, and it's really good to have people edit it.
I actually disagree with. Well, actually, I don't know if I disagree, but I have a different viewpoint of having people edit your essays. I didn't really have that many people edit my essays. I had one previous Stanford student, and sometimes I sent like one of my drafts to my brother, but he didn't read anything. And then I gave it to my 11th AP teacher, who like read over it once. But I think
like teachers are good for like not like editing your ideas, but like grammar. Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like that's good.
Yeah.
To make sure
it's
that
always important that you have consistent grammar. But I didn't really have many people read my essays. Like my parents didn't read until after I submitted it. Actually, they didn't read until after I got it. But I think me not having other people edit my essays, or at least not try to like change my wording or change my ideas, really let me know that like this is the idea that I want to send to this university, right? This is completely and wholly me. This isn't, oh, this is good, but you should change this about yourself, or this is good, you should change this like what you're trying to say, right? Everything I'm saying, everything I'm submitting is me, and I think that's what makes me most confident about my application.
Yeah, I would have to say I agree. I didn't have anyone edit my essay except one high school teacher who happened to be my favorite teacher, my philosophy teacher. And since she knew me the best out of all the teachers at the high school, I felt comfortable sending it to her after her retirement. And she edited it with me over the summer a couple times. So I guess having one or two people that you really, really trust and are really, really level with you on as intellectually, comparable to you, and obviously her a lot more. She's a teacher, right? I think that can help, but I would actually discourage you from asking too many of your friends to help you, because that can cloud your judgment and you cloud your judgment of them, and you definitely don't want that to complicate personal relationships.
I don't know many people who like actually share their essays with their friends. It's like everybody's kind of going through it at the same time.
Rec letters are very important. You should get, I think the general like rec letter outline is get one from like math science teacher, like something in that department, and then get one from like your English or like arts teacher. Someone that shows that you are multi-talented, right? You can add numbers and you can also play music or whatever. It just shows like two different sides of you. Right? At first I was gonna have like a history teacher and then my English teacher. But I think that only shows one side of me, and it doesn't show that, oh, but I'm also capable of doing this. I'm also capable of doing this. I'm well-rounded, and you can put me in anywhere, and I can probably do it. Right? That's what you want to show with your rec letters, and you want to show that you have succeeded and you'll continue to succeed in all different types of departments. Personally, I got lucky. I don't know if it's lucky. My parents paid money to send me to Stanford over the summer for a summer program where I basically took classes with like the other college students there, and I got to know my English professor pretty well, we had a pretty good relationship. So I asked him to write me a rec letter. So you have to find your connections you really pull from them, right? I'm like, oh, it's a Stanford professor told me to go to Stanford, like logically, right? So find someone who knows you best and also has connections, right? And a little dark side of the application.
I think it's a good idea to have that in mind and think about multiple subjects showing like that you're a well-rounded person. But I would advise you to give a higher priority to the teachers that you personally know, that you make small talk with, that you know about their personal lives, and they
especially teachers that you've had more than once, like for more than 1 year, they typically know you really well. Or if like you do like a club that they are the advisor of, and you do really well in that club, they'll like also know you outside of their class, and so those are good. I mean, like of course the English teachers are probably the best writers, so they can write like a really good letter. But yeah, definitely go for the teacher that like you're closest with, know them most.
Okay, classes, right?
Yeah.
I don't really know what to say about classes. I think I took a total of 10, 11 APs, something around that, but it doesn't even matter. Like, honestly, take the classes that you think fit you, right? In high school, it's a lot about knowing what you excel in, knowing what you enjoy. From what I've taken from my 11 APs, I've discovered what I don't enjoy. So, so don't feel like you need to be like, oh, I need more APs. I need to take this out because I need to take this other AP, right? AP is just a word, right? How you do in that class and how you feel in that class and how it makes you feel, that is what's more important. Same thing goes with like test scores. I didn't have fantastic test scores, right? It's a myth that is going to your 2400 or you need like, what is it, 1600 now, and then you need a 36. I don't know the new grading system, but it's a myth that you don't need to be the top 1%. You don't need to be the top 0.001% just to go somewhere or just to be accepted into a college, right? A test score doesn't define you, and colleges know that.
Well, I think test scores are a good way to challenge yourself. So I do agree with everything that you said. But on the other hand, if you do want to get objectively ahead, AP scores can really help you just get by a couple of prereqs in college. Do well on like maybe if you take, I don't know, 6, 7 APs throughout your high school career, like that's like the average, right? I think you can get like 15 to 20 credits, you know? And that's not like, that's a small percentage of your like 120, I think that's Michigan, 120 credits to graduate, right? But it's in there, right? And it's part you don't have to worry about anymore. And then the other half of it is standardized testing. While that's a pain, obviously, to study for, if you do well, I mean, they're going to look at that because as the system is, they have to look at numbers. They have to. So if you do get a 35, 36, that's great. And I think that if you don't get those kinds of scores, you should try to push yourself if you really, really want to. If you don't, that's your prerogative. But if you want to reach a higher level of, preparation and getting to a better college, then by all means go for it. You don't have to kill yourself going for it. But I think it's good to try.
Just remember, a good test score will help you. Like, it definitely will help you, but a decent test score will not be that good of a
Like I'm doing the honors college, and there's like I feel like that's like really great for me because it like puts me ahead already, ahead of my peers. And what's really nice about that is that they let you not take a ton of like prerequisites because they only make you take stuff that's like relevant to your major. But what's really nice about APs is that like I think I'm going to be getting enough AP credits that after my first semester I'll technically be a sophomore because of all those AP credits. Like of course like so many schools don't actually take APs, but like if you do go to a school that takes AP credits, if you do rack up a lot of them, it works so well in your favor, and then you can like end up doing like a minor or like double majoring in something and still be done in 4 years. Okay, I applied for quite a few scholarships, and I think I got all the ones that I applied for. Oh, okay, like if you apply for, there's this one website, it's called, do you know what it is? There's this one scholarship website, it just like has a ton of scholarships on it. And it, most of the ones that they have on there though are the ones that are really big, like Coca-Cola or like Foot Locker. Like those are the scholarships where like one kid wins like $20,000, and then like 1 million people apply for it. So those big ones are super good because they give you a ton of money, but before you like waste your time like applying for it, because there's a lot of things you need to prepare when you apply for a scholarship. Definitely think about like, okay, what are your chances of getting that? So if you have like perfect scores and everything, like maybe you should go for that. But the ones that are local are the ones that are the best, because those are the ones where you probably know something about it. And most scholarships require you to write an essay, and most of the essay prompts in the Common App are the essay prompts that the scholarships ask you to do, so it's like the same essay. So a lot of times I could just like take my essay or change up a few words and then send it in. Like I didn't have to like write a brand new essay for these scholarships. But most of them ask for like community service. So like FASCA helped a ton with that, because like we all got that like presidential award thing. So that was like 100-something hours. And then like just different things that you do throughout high school, right? So like National Honor Society or like those kind of things. And then also most of them ask you to tell them about your leadership things. So for most of the scholarships I applied for, about half of them had an interview. And in the interview, I think that's like the reason why I got them, because I mean, of course, like everybody's test scores are different. You might be applying for one that's just like by the city or something. And honestly, just like be yourself during your interview, because that's what they want to hear, like what you're like passionate about, or like what you enjoy doing in high school. And there's ones you just have to search for these scholarships, because like all money is good, and a lot of them, like most of the time, they don't tell you how much money the scholarship is. So then people are like, okay, it's probably only a couple $100, and then it ends up being like thousands. Most schools, if you go to your school, go in the guidance counseling office, they'll have like packets or like scholarships in there. You just have to go look for it. Or like online, your school a lot of times will have like stuff for you to go look for. And then the ones that are local are really good, because like I applied for this one scholarship, and only like they said that only like 30 kids applied for it, and I thought that like hundreds would do it. So yeah, apply for it, because it doesn't hurt, and a lot of times like it's really easy too. Also go, your school will have also just like if you like see in like one of them I saw like in the like newspaper. And then also your colleges will also have some of them. Those are nice. Like one of the scholarships I got was like MSU, like alumni club. And then like when I went to go talk to them, it was just like they were like all old people, and then they just like they're all like in their 70s. They're like grandparents, and they were like the board, and they just basically wanted you to talk to them about their college and like why you want to go there, and they just want you to like hear you like say good things about it, and like they want you to like say like what you're looking forward to doing, like right, because they're paying for the next 4 years. They want to make sure that like when you get onto campus, you're going to be doing good things there, and like all the different things you want to join and why you're excited to go there. So just like definitely be yourself and show that you care.
If you're going in-state, I know they have a lot of like in-state college-centered scholarships, like one that's specific for U of M students and one specific for MSU students. Those like lower the applicant group, so really take advantage of ones that like are more specific towards yourself. I received a scholarship that was from like the local like American Chinese Association. Just think of the ones that are able to like specify to who you are. They have like scholarships for everyone. They have scholarships for Hispanic under 6 feet tall going into the engineering department or something like that. And then they have people like, this scholarship is for people specifically with GPA lower than 3.5 or from like a 2.5 to a 3, right? even if you feel like you don't qualify for most, or you can feel like you think, oh, I don't qualify for this one, so why bother? Know that there are definitely like ones out there for you.
Yeah, like there's so many scholarships that are super specific. So like, there's this one scholarship that my friend got. And basically it was specifically to Michigan, and it was $10,000, and it was like it basically was if you have a lot of siblings, because they want to help you out, and he had like 5 younger siblings, so then like he got the scholarship. So like there's a lot of scholarships that are super specific. Like you want to make sure, like you'll feel like you can't apply to any. Like I remember like at our honors convocation they had like 15 scholarships. Out of the 15, there's one that I could apply to. And so like some of them are like, okay, if you or a parent had cancer, or if one of your parents has died, or if you've been in a car accident that was deadly, or like, yeah, there's a lot of them. It's just like, it's like so hard. You'll feel like super discouraged. Or like, oh, like there's a lot of, so look for the ones, the Asian ones are really good. Those are really good. The Asian ones, or also the ones that are just based on academics are hard. Because most of the times, like the academic ones, the colleges already will give you a scholarship if you're really good academically. So there's not very many of academic ones. But the community service ones are also good, especially since you're in FASCA. You'll have a lot of volunteer hours. So is there anything you want us to like specifically? Yeah, sure.
How would any of this apply to if you're not joining a university within the United States?
Like if you're trying to go to school outside of the United States?
Yeah.
You can still get scholarship. Like some of my scholarships were like just like, oh, if you're it was just like, oh, a scholarship for like Asian kids. It wasn't like specifically to that college, and they just give you like that money, and then you can do whatever you want with them.
Yeah, a lot of local ones are just hand you a check.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like
there's like more like specific like real ones. Like I doubt Coca-Cola could be like, here's a check for $1,000, $100,000. Here you go. Like spend it on whatever you want. But like these local ones, I think they're more like, we believe that you're gonna put this into your college fund. Here's a check, right? It's more work for them to like send it over to the university. Please put this into their tuition or whatever that is for them. Just like take it, put it into your bank account, make sure it's
yeah. And like out of all the ones I got, only one of them was like actually like sent directly to my school. But that was because they were like a school-run scholarship. It was like by the alumni club, and it was like alumni club of Oakland County. So like, what is that, like 5 or no? How many cities? I don't know, but like that's like so much smaller than like the entire state.
Do you know if there's any like GPA conversions like, from the United States to any other countries such as Germany?
Well, you gotta look into it.
I think they have a lot of USA like applicants. I think
International students.
Yeah, they have, especially from like the US. So I don't think you. I don't know. I doubt it would be something
Probably
you
need to
would
ask your-
personally have to know about.
Yeah.
Yeah, your counselor.
Your counselor.
Otherwise, you probably wouldn't have to. Okay, no. A lot of the times, you don't have to convert anything. You send it to them, and they'll convert it for you.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Thank you.
So, if you two are almost done, then I'll probably just switch to Nathan if you want to share your first year at college life. And
Okay.
Yeah, we can